guys. I'm a follower of Youssef Badu and the Safe Training System and the Safe Training for Employees. I'm a certified instructor, and today I want to follow in Youssef Badu's work about threat training for guns. If you do have protection, it's good to protect your protection by putting a cable on it with a key and a lock, and making sure that it's not accessible to strangers or kids. And then on top of it, you want to keep track of it, and you want to make sure it's always there. You don't want it to be viable nor available to strangers or anybody of any sorts of any kind that could be an imminent threat or harm to you or your family. And most of all, what a lot of people don't understand that I'm just going to mention here, because they can spend loads and loads of money on guns, but the thing is, if they're like assault weapons and stuff, they're likely going to get stolen or taken away anyhow. So that's just one spare tip I can save a lot of people out of trouble with. Because I had a friend and he did something like that and his got stolen. So it never really pays off to have anything that you're going to use against another person. You wouldn't want to do that, and most of all, you wouldn't actually want to aim or carry a gun in front of cops or wail it around and act like you're half-cocked, The thing is, we all carry guns, we all have different personalities and stuff, but the police are trained right now to shoot, and you have to understand that if you're waving around a gun, they're going to shoot at you. So the best thing we can do is obey the law and protect ourselves, and that's one of the ways we can stay safe. But yeah, there's injustice on both sides of police and regular citizens a lot of times. Assault weapons really aren't worthy of attaining if you can't keep them. So I don't really recommend the purchasing of them unless you really lock them up good or you're in the military or something like that. But like I said, like a lot of times they'll just get stolen or taken away. So you're just kind of wasting your pocketbook on it. I guess it's okay if some people like to do it, but I don't really agree with it, nor would I. But like when we behave with our behaviors towards other people with guns, we need to make sure it's life-attaining one. So make sure it's life-attaining. You're not trying to kill or hurt somebody. It's only the police's job to do that, but it's our job to protect ourselves. So we have the right to protect our body, to protect ourselves. So if imminent threat or harm was to be done to us, yes, we may want to attain protection. And if we had to do that ourselves, we'd have to be really careful. And we can try to use the law, but the thing is, the law might leave you for dead. So you got to know how to protect yourself nowadays. That's just the way it goes, The situational awareness protects us, but the law does not always enforce things like it should, nor is it always just. They do a lot of good stuff a lot of times, but there's some things that go unnoticed, some things that go unseen, that are swept under the rug like anything else, So my thing is like, if you have to protect yourself and it's required of you, you should do it. But don't wave guns around in front of cops. Don't watch your behavior so that it protects you and protects who you're around in dangerous situations. And that way you go home safe to your families. And don't get involved in dangerous situations. Choose good behaviors over bad ones. And that's the discipline of love, man. And if you can do that and you can live a good world and lead a good world, well then by golly gosh darn it, do it, But in the end, yeah, your guns can be used against you. So you have to be very careful once you attain one. And I really wouldn't recommend it unless it's somebody that's really got a level-headedness, Because otherwise it's just not there. So sometimes women need help and men's protection. And if they can find a man to step in and help them, that is very nice and and courteous of a man to do. And sometimes the woman's just got to protect herself. Unfortunately, we all go through circumstances of abuse and injustice. So the best thing we can do is learn to protect ourselves. So it doesn't pay to go out there with bad behaviors and mess up and screw up your life. Remember that. Remember that we want to have, number one, life-attaining behaviors always. And if somebody comes along and tries to rob us or tries to kill us, well, it's down to the point of you have to pay with your life and your actions. And if you have to protect yourself and that's necessary as a requirement, just do it. But you might have to serve some time if it's on the bad side of things and the justice isn't good. But in the end, if you are safe, that is the reward. So it's really hard to call the decisions in that kind of situation. And I actually had one be presented to me that way. And I was so mad, so pissed off. I was pissed off, man. And I just cannot imagine living in a world where the system doesn't protect its citizens, you know? And so situational awareness, it protects all of us, and it's great for the people, and situational awareness is always a go because we can bounce off of each other, reflect, and protect one another by our own observations and understanding of our environments. So that's why it's so special. But just remember, you know, life-attaining behaviors protects us and gives us peace. So we have to be careful. Sometimes we go off our rocker a little bit. That's okay, but we have to balance ourselves back out again and our environments. Peace. Love ya. Bye.